What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about CleanSpark CLSK today. What a day we had yesterday. We dropped about 14.9% from open to close. I guess not from open to close. From last week's close to today's close. We opened up actually with a gap down, right? We closed last week at 10:34. We opened up today at 9:44, closing the day at 8:80. What a day, and I know that this might scare some people. There's some people that might be thinking we could go lower. We do have this gap down here that we might come down and fill. That's possible, but I do think that we go higher. I do personally think that we go higher, and even if we fill this gap, I don't think that this move as a whole is done until we see $12.50 to $13, maybe even a little bit higher than $13. And I have a few reasons for that. So if we look at this on the weekly here, we take like this kind of high area into account. It's a previous area of resistance, previous area of support here, resistance, resistance there, support. It's a common area that we've found significance on before. Not just in price, that's actually at 13.55, right? So not just in price, but also on a fib basis. If we take this from the relative high here to this low, this high was back in 2021, right? January 2021. The 618, the golden ratio, is at $12.58. If we take this relative high here, the most relative high to our most relative low, the 1618, the golden extension, golden ratio, golden extension is at 12.54. So they're very close to each other. And this thing seems to respect its fibs enough. I do think that going a little bit above, because it's at 12.54, I do think going a little bit above is in its nature, so we probably would see prices above $13. I'm not scared. I'm really not scared at all. I do think the price is going to continue to go higher, even if we were to pull back, right, and fill this gap here. Maybe we fill this gap, cool. We can pull back, fill the gap, and then move higher, bouncing off of previous areas of resistance, right? Previous areas of support as well, even if we went a little bit lower. But I personally don't expect that. If it does happen, I think that we're still going to make our way up. But personally, I do think that we're going to go higher overall. Looking at the daily here, I think the main reason that we had this bearish day, probably the most bearish day that we've seen in a while with CleanSpark, is really because Bitcoin itself dropped, right? Bitcoin had a bearish day yesterday, but guys, it dropped 5.8%. Everybody, there are so many people that are talking about this thing going down to 37K, 36K, all the way down to 33K or 30K, right? Even 27K, because we dropped not even 6% yesterday, right? With not even that great of volume. We're still holding above the 50 on the RSI. Let's actually look at the 4-hour. I know this is a CleanSpark video, but let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Oversold on the 4-hour, kind of a double bottom look right here, with a lot of volume, like on the as far as the 4-hour goes. I don't know, man. Double bottom on your 1-hour, bullish divergence. This could be. I mean, I think this thing. This is just a fake out, man. It's a shakeout. It's really just to scare people. I very much do believe that Bitcoin itself has higher strides it wants to make in December, right? I do think that it could see prices above 45.7K, if not even above 48K in December. So why would I think that CleanSpark right now is going to go down? They're very much like entwined with each other. Don't get me wrong. There's times where CleanSpark can move up and Bitcoin can move down. Bitcoin can move up and CleanSpark can move down. But I really do think that we're going to see that golden extension, golden retracement be hit. We do have a lower low in the RSI right now while maintaining higher lows in the price. That is hidden bullish divergence. And just as we have a gap down, we have a gap, or a gap up, we have a gap down. So we absolutely could and will probably see this gap being filled to the upside. I do think that we will at least go to $13. And I'm not worried about it at all, man. I think it's going to be fine. Really, we're just consolidating. We're holding this level here. We haven't gone down, done anything scary yet. Cooled off the RSI a little bit, giving it a chance to like bounce off the overbought zone even. And even if we do go lower, that's just finding support on a previous area of resistance. I had some people in the comments. I forget who it was. Forgive me, I forget who you were, but or I just forget your name. I don't forget who you are. I don't really know who you are, but but enough of that. Talking about this thing going to $100, right? And saying like, do you think it could actually go to $100, $110? Something like that. Could it do a 10x, a 15x, something like that? And I think it could go a lot higher than that, man. Like looking at this thing from a market cap perspective, right now we're at a $1.6 billion market cap. If we take the all-time high to this all-time low here, the minimum expected fib extension would be $591. We'd probably go above $600. If we take this high here to this low here, we get a little bit more of a conservative estimate at 101 to 307. But absolutely, I think that we're going to break $100 by the end of this cycle. I think that we'll even break $300 by the end of this cycle. Seeing $600 is on the table. If we look at this here from the current price, right there, all the way up to this 1272, that would be about a 67x. 67x. You're talking about a 10x. I'm talking about 67x by the end of the cycle. Totally possible. Totally, and maybe even higher. The market cap being 1.62 billion. 1.62 times, what was it? 69. 67. 60. Almost 68. So let's just say 68x. Would be $110 billion. Now that's a lot. That's definitely a lot, but I think something like CleanSpark, out of all of these crypto mining stocks, I think CleanSpark, Marathon, Riot, they could all see, maybe not all of them together, maybe all of them together, and maybe some other ones too that I haven't mentioned, but I think CleanSpark could definitely see a $100+ billion market cap by the end of the cycle. Now let's say it doesn't do that. Let's say it does a $20 billion market cap. Okay, so let's just divide this by 5. That'd be 22 billion. I think that is a lot more reasonable. Now a 67x, 68x, right, divided by 5 would only be a 13.6x, but that still puts into the equation, you're asking 10, is a 10x possible, a 15x possible? I think it's not just possible, I think it's likely. I think a 13x is a conservative estimate of what this thing will see from its current price at 880. So all that to say though, man, in the more immediate term, I'm bullish up until we see like this previous area of resistance. And I'm probably going to sell my call options there, wait for a better entry as we come lower, something like that. I am holding this stock as well. I just have like a smaller position in the call options, but that actually has turned into a bigger position because of how much it's grown. So, I don't normally play with options or leverage, but with stocks, I feel a bit safer than crypto. And I had faith in this thing. I definitely have faith in this thing. Obviously, it's at 880 now. I have faith that it's going to break hundreds of dollars. If you take some long-term call options into account, you can make some good money. Even if you're wrong, if you're just patient, it'll pay off. And if you are wrong, don't use money that could end your career or put you in a bad situation financially. Use money that you're comfortable with losing, because it wouldn't take much, especially in the game of options, for this thing to kind of come down and those options be dramatically less in value. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys. But I don't know if I have anything else I want to add. I think it's going up higher. I feel like I've rambled and babbled enough for this video. So yeah, bullish on CleanSpark. I'm not phased at all. I hope nobody else is phased by this day, because all we've done, right, is just hold this area of support that we've been holding, right? The area that we broke out to, we're just holding it. So not worried, not phased. I think we're going to go higher. I think at least one more push higher, somewhere above, again, probably $12.50, if not honestly above $13. And at that point, that's where I'm going to let go of my call options. So without any further ado, I leave you. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Do I have anything else I want to add? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do. A little bonus for anybody who's looking to buy some cryptos too. I really like Mana, man. I don't talk about this one enough, but I really like Mana. Sitting at 48 cents. I think it could be, I know it sounds crazy, okay, but I genuinely think this thing could be worth $100 by the end of the cycle. It's deflationary. Look into it. It's the OG metaverse token. I think it's pretty cool. And if not $100, still a good vehicle to make a lot of money in. So 100X would be at $50, and I'm talking about double that. So little extra in the CleanSpark video. Okay, bye bye.